And the master of ceremonies for that event, Bob Costas, is joining us here in the booth. And we've already heard from you once today, Bob Costas.
Yeah, unwittingly. I was not fully aware until finally it dawned on me. I kept looking over at Uecker, and the monitor was just over his shoulder. And I'm thinking, why have they shown us 117 times? And it finally dawned on me, maybe we're actually on.
It was very entertaining, and as you came over, it reminded me, it felt like we were watching the '97 World Series again, and you slipped right into play-by-play, and Uecker slipped right into his analyst mode.
Yeah, more or less.
Terrific.
The only difference being I wasn't exactly sure who was in the game.
I thought you did a nice job of stealing off his notes.
He had no notes.
And that's the way he does it.
Yeah,
it's
more or less.
Amazing. I was amazed the commissioner had notes today, because he very rarely has notes.
Yeah, the commissioner had prepared remarks. Henry Aaron more or less winged it. Dick Ebersol the same, but the commissioner left nothing to chance.
That was an A-list of celebrities. Not many guys would be able to bring that kind of group in.
Yeah, they all came in out of devotion to Uecker. You know, he doesn't like to get too sentimental publicly, but you know, all of us, in addition to being amused by him and entertained by him, we all feel great fondness for him. You know.
Well, I thought you were the star of the show, believe it or not. Everybody came to see Uecker, but Bob, you did a great job. And as Uecker said, you took most of his material. You left him without anything. But no, you did a terrific job.
I'm a student of the Uecker catalog. So I was able to pull up a Uecker anecdote or remark that fit almost anything that came up during the course of the ceremony. But I thought if there was one surprise star, it was Robin Yount with the video that he sent from Italy. I mean, that was Comedy Central worthy.
Billy Aaron just breaking into song. Bob Uecker asked her to sing. Hank Aaron's wife, and Doc Severinsen's band coming in right in step with her. I thought those were the two terrific moments and spontaneous moments of the show today.
She did a Judy Garland worthy Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And how about Doc Severinsen?
Yeah.
Now, I would never have guessed. Someone asked him as we were kind of gathering to go out on stage, Doc, you look great. How old are you? And he cheerfully said, 85.
Wow.
That is as spry and as with it an 85-year-old man as I've ever seen.
I hope I'm able to hold up a trumpet at that age, let alone play it.
Forget it.
Tell us a Bob Uecker story back in the old days when you guys are working some baseball together. I mean, anything come to mind when you think of Uecker?
Many things come to mind when I think of Uecker. I'm trying to think of which of them would be airworthy. We'll get to it in the bottom of the sixth. After the sausage race.
We hear that from everybody we ask that question to.
After the sausage race.
Let me ask you this question now. Let's switch gears. I know that you and Brian agree on the replay. Me not so much, but the years of the pitcher. We have 7 no-hitters. We got 3 perfect games. Any idea in your mind why we're seeing all this?
You know, as far as the no-hitters and perfect games, those seem almost coincidental or fluky, but the overall trend toward better pitching, you know, I think you've got a whole generation of big, hard throwers. You know, it used to be anybody that hit 90 was eye-popping. Now we see a guy as an average fastball if he throws 90, 91. Plus, you've got a whole battalion of these guys. It's going to produce a run. And the second out. You got a whole battalion of these guys coming out of almost every bullpen. Fresh arms coming on in the 6th, 7th, 8th inning. And even good hitters are facing fresh arms constantly and guys who throw very, very hard. And then, while certainly performance-enhancing drugs are not out of the game, despite recent developments, the incidence of the use of performance-enhancing drugs has been dramatically reduced. And those that are used are not as performance-enhancing as those of a decade ago when it was the Wild West and there was no drug testing. Guys were not using testosterone with low-dose HGH, which will help you, but it's not going to help you like Winstrol or stanozolol or decadurabolin where your head is about to explode. You know, you're not seeing guys getting Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds type boosts. They're fiddling at the edges, and they shouldn't be, and they're catching some of them and not catching others, but the degree of performance enhancement is reduced.
As Talbot strikes out. Hey, Bob, great job today all the way around. You did a fantastic job with the ceremony.
Thanks.
It's always a joy to visit with you.
Thank you, Bob. Thanks for coming
Good to see you guys.
Bob Costas, the legend, lives here in Milwaukee.